Well, the family gets with that Swin and Mary and late. It is 1:21 a.m. in my city, Chicago. Day 16, Freaking Freedom Friday, 2025. 89% on my phone. It's also Janet Jackson birthday. Miss Jackson, if you're nasty, I need y'all to read your Bibles. First Kings chapter 11 and 12, and Isaiah chapters 57, 58, and 59. This is a true story. I walked to Janet Jackson and Jackson 5 family house in Gary, Indiana when I was homeless two times. The first time, you know, it was kind of exciting. It was adventurous and stuff. It was dark and late at night and stuff. I walked all the way from Chicago to Gary, Indiana, right? Had nothing to do, right? Another time I walked, it rained on me. It was Prince's birthday, June 7th. I can't remember the year. And it rained, but by the time I got there and started walking back, and going down Indianapolis, that long road, when they say ease on down the road, don't you carry nothing that might be a load, don't carry nothing. Take my advice. And it's a lot of chemicals, plants on that road and stuff for real. And I hope they clean up their act. Long story short, I'm going all the way to 125 or 127, depending on how long this conversation take. So I didn't go because I'm a groupie. I went to just try to see what was going on for real. And the first time I went, I got on the block, and guess what song I was listening to? Mavis Staples, I'll Take You There. Now, I'm going on blind faith. Never, ever been to their, house in Gary, Indiana, and, just went with the spirit every time I went. Then I went a couple more times. I went I went on my bike one time, and another time I never even made it to the house, but I did go to Gary, Indiana today. They have a hardware store in the Dollar Tree out there somewhere. Yeah, and it's a railroad right by the Dollar Tree. You understand what I'm saying? I'm saying all this to say that I believe somebody's railroading me out of my rap legacy. Real talk, When you got 10 children, just like the Country Wayne showed, in the Art of War, they say don't repeat it. That takes a lot of money planning, and Joe Jackson wasn't playing with him and stuff. And his little check at the steel mill wasn't feeding all them families. So either my mother, Mary Lee Wright, knew Janet Jackson's mother, and they conspired to, get over on me, or whatever the case may be. I still haven't received a penny of my rap legacy, and they have billions of dollars and stuff. Now, I'm a real person all the way to the end. I was on a bus in my city, Chicago, and this lady showed me a picture that looked like Janet Jackson. And she said, "This is my niece. Doesn't she look like Janet Jackson?" And I got offended, and I'm not even a groupie or Janet Jackson fan, none of that. I'm just a real motherfucker. You understand? Real talk. And I got offended. I was like, like, no, you know what I'm saying? Because they cloning us. See, the clones are winning. While y'all beefing with the originals, 125. I'm going to go to 127 on my mama. While y'all beefing with me and the originals that help you to maintain and keep you afloat, you understand what I'm saying? The clones are taking over and laughing while we killing each other, like Tupac said. It ain't them that's killing us, it's us that's killing us. You understand what I'm saying? Jealousy and envy is something else, but stupidity and crazy is a different subject. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes you can be too goddamn smart for your own good. Now, at the Gary, Indiana house with the Jackson 5s, they have a statue in the back, of their house, because I went and checked it out, and, it was like, I shudder to think what really happened in there. And, it was, the block was kind of towed down or whatever and stuff. I thought it was going to be, perfect or whatever. Long story short, it wasn't, it looked like it'd been, the block looked like a war zone. To tell you the truth, they might have cleaned it up now. I don't know. But the last time I went, I didn't expect it to look like that. So they have a statue in the back, and it's the same statue that's next to my building where I'm at in Chicago, 6210 South Kennebuck Avenue, Chicago, Illinois 60637. That's on the front of this building. You can't see because it's dark. This mansion next to me or whatever in the front. It's the same statue. You understand what I'm saying? Real tough. So it is 127. I'm gonna go to 129 because that's Oprah Winfrey's birthday. Oprah Winfrey, she was in love, I think, with Jermaine or somebody, one of the Jacksons and stuff. But it was me that sent Oprah my child abuse rap at the age of 17 in 1984. God has a sense of humor too, my higher power. Now, I don't know if Oprah is gay, lesbian, or none of that, or she's obsessed with me, or whatever the case may be, but I know she and Michael Jackson had a sit-down conversation, and Oprah is a narcissistic and an opportunistic person, and she's very greedy. You understand what I'm saying? Because all I wanted was $2 million tax-free, and the rest could go to charity. Now, I've helped a lot of people, but for some reason, people tend to think I'm just a goofy or something, and I got a lot of sense. Now, when I flip this Bible open to Isaiah chapter 57, 58, and 59, I had to flip the page. And, Janet Jackson is a Taurus, and her mother is a Taurus. And right here I wrote, Katherine Jackson, birthday 5/4/2025. You understand what I'm saying? It is already written. My destiny has already been mapped out. And, everything happened in divine order. So, Janet Jackson, it's your birthday. Go shorty. It's your birthday. You know what I'm saying? I hope you have a nice day. My birthday is coming up also. My ex-girlfriend, LaWanda George Jacobs, she was a Jehovah's Witness just like the Jacksons. She's a Taurus. I believe they all ran in the same circle to try to figure out who I am. I'm just a real motherfucker. That's it. You understand what I'm saying? Who wanted to help out by any means necessary the world. Bring them together. You understand what I'm saying? It's 129. I ain't got a lot of kicking. I ain't a groupie. I really don't get down like that. I never wanted to be a rapper or a superstar. This the 15th. And this the 3. I'm the reason for the color purple and the Oprah Winfrey. One more. And originator rap since the age of 8, 1975. Step your game up. Peace.